Man, I hit the wrong button. Good morning, Scott. Brother Scott, good to see you, my man. Brother Jerome is in the house. Good to see you. It's early morning your time. You should be asleep, sir. You should be asleep. Brother Tom is in the house. Good to see you. Mrs. Allie is in the house. Good to see you. It was great catching up with you on yesterday. Hit that like button. That's what Miss Wade said, guys. Hit that like button now. Come on in, guys. Coming from the Philippines, my man Jerome is in the house. Jerome, the coolest basketball player ever out of the Philippines. Yes, Allie, let's go. Let's go. Let's get started. You want to get to that money? Let's make sure it happens. Get that focus. You got this community that's right here that's going to support you too, Allie. Brother Damien's in the house. Man, me and Brother Damien was chilling hard yesterday, guys. Chilling hard yesterday. What is up? What's happening, y'all? It is Sunday, April the 2nd. Man, we are already in the second month of April. And I'm excited, guys. I'm excited, man. It is going to be a great month. It is going to be a long month, but it's also going to be a great month. We kicked off this month to a great start with announcing last night that we dropped the Level cybersecurity course. Level, guys, is a partner of ours. Josh Madakar is the instructor, and he released the IT cybersecurity course, and you guys can have access to it for $450 right now using the Black 100 discount code, guys. Check out the description of this video. You'll be able to see the links and everything there where you'll be able to go and purchase the course. It's a phenomenal course. I got a chance to review it, and he has already signed up 88 people already. The Discord is metro booming right now, guys. So if you're interested in the cybersecurity, you want to become an information security analyst, you want to become a SOC analyst, go ahead and check out LevelCareers, www.levelcareers.com. They released the cybersecurity course last night, and I got a chance to review it. It's a great course, guys. Already people are talking about how fantastic it is. Go and check it out if you're interested in cybersecurity. All right, we got Good show for you guys today. I'm going to be talking about a number of subjects. I'm going to be all over the place. I'll give you guys that right now, but that's fine. That is fine. I decided to come to you guys today on this Sunday because I didn't come yesterday. And the reason why I didn't come to you guys on yesterday is because your boy is a coach. Not only am I a career coach, but I'm also a basketball coach now, guys. I am coaching my son's 5U basketball team. And I'm going to tell you like this. I played basketball like 2 years in high school, so I'm not like the basketball player, but I always wanted to be a coach to my kids in whatever sport that they're playing one day. So this is an opportunity for me to learn a little bit more about basketball, but also to help teach my son and teach other kids a little bit about the game of basketball as I learn. I like to put myself in situations, guys, where I can be a leader, I can encourage kids, and so forth. Just like I come to you guys on a Saturday or a Sunday, I like to do the same thing for the young generation as well, too. So I decided I wanted to step up. Now, I got to say this. What was interesting about yesterday is this is the first meeting. You got parents, you got to meet the kids, you got your plan and so forth. I didn't sign up to be the head coach. I did not sign up to be the head coach of the basketball team. I signed up to be the assistant coach to assist because my weekends are busy, right? Well, long story short, the coach was late. I had to pass out jerseys, numbers, come up with the name of the team. And ultimately, I took over the position as head coach because the head coach, he has a son and he has to kind of hold his son's hand in order for his son to even play. I came out acting like I knew what to do, although I didn't know what to do. Got the kids doing drills, got the kids shooting the ball, got the kids passing, right? These are 4, 5, and 6-year-olds, right? And ultimately, it turned out to be a success. Right now, they don't count score in this sort of a league. And matter of fact, they really don't even call because you're not really supposed to play defense. You put your hands up, and the kids are traveling because they don't know how to dribble just yet. Some of them can dribble, but typically they get the ball, run it down the court and get a shot. Well, the team did fantastic yesterday, and I think that we probably scored about 35 points to the other team's 6. Right? We got some shooters. My son is on the team. He was a facilitator for us. And one of the things that I learned watching his previous camp is this, or his previous basketball team, is that you want to get the kids involved, right? Even though the kids have never played before, you still want to get them involved. And my son has played one, small season of basketball for his first time, and he's enjoying it. So, he's going to go out there and score. And I think he scored probably like the first 4 points or 6 points. Then I was like, AJ, you gotta get the other kids involved. And he did his best to do that. And just about everybody on the team got a shot off and scored a point. I was very happy about that because that gives kids, it brings that encouragement. It gives them that enthusiasm, right? And they were like, oh my God, when I score a point, everybody's clapping. They want to do it again, right? So a lot of the kids were very happy yesterday. The parents are very happy with the ultimate outcome of the game and me stepping up to be that head coach. Now, the head coach, he's probably going to just give me and designate me to be that guy. Am I going to take it on? More than likely, because it's fun and I enjoy it. But guys, that was my yesterday. So I wasn't able to come to you guys. I had some other things that I need to get done. I had to hang out with some friends and some family. We had a good day yesterday, guys. We had a fantastic day yesterday. I got stuff on the side of my mouth. Why y'all guys ain't tell me, man? Oh, no, maybe that's not. I don't know what's going on there. Let me wipe my mouth, man. Let me wipe my mouth. So I'm going to start off with something that I thought was pretty cool. So yesterday, my son, he likes to play what you guys consider to be flip cup. Okay, you know how you get a little bottle and you flip it up. Him and his boys are playing flip cup. And anyway, I get annoyed by it because all I hear is the cup bouncing all over the place, or either the bottle bouncing all over the place. So I'm like, guys, get away from all that, right? Get away from all that. But I came across a video last night when I was preparing for this show today, and I thought I wanted to bring you guys some excitement that I saw. And I'm going to share that with you guys. I thought this was pretty funny. So check this out, guys. This is called flip and eat. How about this is hilarious? Let me turn the volume down some. So the goal of this is if you can flip the bottle up, you get to eat. And my little man right here, my little man who's eating, tearing this damn chicken up, he got it first, right? So everybody else has to, flip in order for him to get some good food, right? And this is beautiful, and I love it, right? And if you go to this video on Facebook, you got like millions of views because it's funny and it's positive, and you got a whole bunch of people. So check him out. My man get booted, and he takes a big bite out of whatever that is. That looks like some sort of like pork. And then they go and do it again. This was hilarious. I thought I was dying watching this yesterday, and it's so funny how your phone listens to some of the stuff that you say and suggest videos. That's technology for you guys. That is technology for you guys, right? Like, I was just talking about bottle flip, right? Or cup flip. And all of a sudden this video shows up in my Facebook feed, and I thought it was just absolutely hilarious. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And look how much fun these guys are having doing this, right? So anyway, I wanted to kick the show off with something that was a bit hilarious. Get away from the tech talk right away, and show my man who was crushing that food, absolutely crushing it, man. And my little man, he got the flip a couple times. So out of all that food that was on the table, he ate the majority of it, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. So anyway, guys, let's start this show off, man. A lot of people are really concerned with artificial intelligence. Okay, we're going to start off there. A lot of people are really concerned with artificial intelligence. There was an article that just came out. The chat GPT is a big thing that's in the news right now, and a lot of people are using it. I'm suggesting that you guys use it because it's a cheat code. And there's a lot of concern about it as well, too. So a group of tech executives and AI experts, including Elon Musk and Steve Wozniak, have signed an open letter calling for the pause of the development of AI systems with the advancement of like GPT-4, right? And the letter really talks about the future of AI, and it urges, right? These CEOs are urging that there is an immediate halt into the use of AI systems for at least 6 months. And the article cites that there is a big risk to the human society, right? So the people who signed this basically said that AI systems with human competitive intelligence could pose a range of risks, from flooding information channels with propaganda to automating away all jobs, including fulfilling ones. And this letter comes a few weeks after the public debut of OpenAI's GPT-4, which is the newer version of ChatGPT, right? Earlier versions were less sophisticated. ChatGPT-4 is more sophisticated. And they're like, guys, AI is advancing a significant amount at this point in time, and it's causing a disruption. And there's a growing list of companies, right, that have announced services that take advantage of generative AI skills. But there are risks with these AI skills, such as quoting unreliable sources or increasing, safety concerns, right? Just imagine this stuff into the wrong hands, right? So you have a whole bunch of leaders right now that are concerned with the use of AI and how fast it is advancing. I want to know your guys' thoughts about this, right? Because you have a lot of companies that are investing into this new area of technology. Microsoft, Google with Bard, Apple, all of these big companies are now looking at advancing AI, and there's a big concern over pausing it until it can be regulated. There's more information about it so that we don't find ourselves in a pretty desperate position as human society, right? I want to know you guys' thoughts on this because, I'm a big fan of AI. I'm a big fan of technology. I'm a big fan of ChatGPT-3. I'm a big fan of ChatGPT-4. I use it every day. But when you hear articles like this and you have some of the technology leaders of large corporations and of research that are saying, guys, we need to slow this down a bit, there's some concern that's there. There is some concern. And I want to know from you guys, are you concerned with it? Are you concerned? And what are you concerned about? Are you concerned that your job may be automated? Are you concerned that there's going to be misinformation put out there to the public? Political spin, propaganda, stuff on, racism and all this other stuff that caused a massive distraction that's going around already. But just imagine when this stuff can be automated or done from somebody sitting behind the keyboard and they're doing it for malicious reasons, right? There's already been a huge blowback this week to the manosphere, right? On people being concerned with YouTubers and all this other stuff. That's causing a whole bunch of noise. You got hundreds of videos being created. All this is a distraction for you, right? And if you're losing today because you're distracted digesting all this content that probably doesn't have anything to do with your life, just imagine when tools like this and people who have malicious intent, who already do it, and there's already people that have malicious intent already, right? Just imagine when tools like this could be used to make things happen faster, because that's what AI is here to do, right? Literally, it takes me seconds to write an email now, whereas before it may have taken me 15 minutes or 5 minutes. The efficiency that's there. Just imagine these tools in the wrong people's hands and what that can do. And I want you guys to really watch what you're consuming, right? Win at the game of life. Win at the game of life by consuming content that's going to be good for your brain, right? I came across this quote the other day about your brain or your mind is like tofu. Whatever you marinate it in is what it's going to taste like. So if you're marinating your brain in watching content regarding racism and black versus white and Asian versus Indian and all this other stuff, that's all you're going to see and that's all you're going to think. And that's going to stop you from getting to ultimately where you want to get to, right? Where, to be honest with you, your life isn't like that. Your life may not be like that. You're living on what others are using on YouTube to distract you, right? I see it. I filter it out because I want my mind to taste like positivity, to taste like technology, to help other people. And I want for you guys to think about the people that you're watching, specifically some of you guys as well when you are content creators, the people you are partnering with, because it can mess up the opportunities that you have in life. And now with the advancement of things like artificial intelligence, deep fakes, you will, I would say by next year, people will be creating videos of other people saying stuff that they never said. Therefore, creating another narrative of all this other stuff that we're tripping about today. Racism and supremacy and all this other crap, right? And then it's going to make more people lose at the game of life. And then you're going to have the people who are not distracted by this stuff winning. And I want for you guys to be the winners. I want for you guys to be the winners. So give me your thoughts on what your thoughts on this AI. Should it slow down? Are we at risk? Are there risks to the human society because of AI? Or should we just let it play out and let the people who are continuing to be distracted, got everything to complain about, spending their time watching YouTube, versus building that course that they should be building, spending their time watching YouTube, engaging into stupid conversations and chats that they shouldn't be involved in, complaining about women, complaining about men, not winning at life. Subscriber counts goes up, but are they making money? Are they making money? That's the question. Because you can have a platform, and your platform could be big, but are you ultimately making money? Or you're just creating a whole bunch of dysfunction by putting a whole bunch of garbage out into the world. Yet you're saying that you want the world to change, but yet you continue to post a whole bunch of garbage in the world. That's why I separate myself from a lot of people, guys. That's why I don't do a lot of collaborations. That's why in the space that I'm in, it's more of a business. That's why I talk about technology. That's why I talk about positivity. That's why I talk about the real estate. That's why I talk about the education. Because the brand means a lot. That's why I talk about coaching and helping people. Okay? And for you, many of you that are watching this channel today, you're going to want to become a YouTuber as well. My advice to you is to stay away from the foolishness, because the foolishness isn't going to make you any money. I don't care if you have 3,000 subscribers. If you are talking about the right message, the amount of income that you can make from your YouTube channel is significantly more than somebody who has hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Okay? So don't be distracted. Don't be distracted at all. I want for you guys to get to the money, and I want for you guys to win. Win. And you win by focusing on the things that you need to ultimately accomplish. Get rid of the extra noise. Get rid of the shiny object. Focus. You put your head down. I had a conversation 3 o'clock in the morning. Somebody sent me a message 2 days ago on the Discord, and I didn't get back to him. And the reason why I didn't get back to him is because I had other things that I need to accomplish and other things that I need to make sure that was in place in order for us to hit an April 1st goal of ours. We did it. Now that April 1st goal has been hit, I'll go back and talk to these people. That's how you should think about the goals in your life as well. Focus. Let the distractions go. Get rid of all the extra junk and win. And ultimately, you're going to see that the people who are less distracted, putting in the work, getting the skills, are going to win. Whether ChatGPT or AI is helping or not, or is hurting, they're still going to win. All right? So let's move on to another topic now, guys, because I want to put you guys on some more game here. Although AI is a significant risk, guess what? New roles are being created. And there's a role now, that of a prompt engineer. And guess how much they pay? Guess how much they pay, guys? And you don't need a STEM degree. $335,000 a year. God damn! Yes, that is right. $335,000 a year is what you could be making if you want to get into this AI space. The rise of AI and tools like ChatGPT has led to the creation of a new job in the tech industry. It's called that of a prompt engineer. And these are the people that write questions and probes AI chatbots to test and improve their answers. So these are the guys that are helping to improve things like ChatGPT, putting answers in, putting data in, making sure the responses are right. And their role doesn't require a degree in STEM, right? Their role doesn't require a degree in STEM. So you don't have to worry about getting a computer science degree or a MIS degree if you don't have that, right? And you can have a high salary. I'm talking about salary ranges between $175,000 to $335,000. This is really for you guys who are coming out of college or for you guys who want to make the transition into tech. Let's just say you have experience in library sciences, information studies, and so forth. You can become a probe engineer, which is a new role that's been created because of the artificial intelligence explosion that just happened in 2023 and end of 2022. And making $335,000 a year is a significant salary, guys. It's significant. Now, we don't know if this role is going to be a role that's going to exist in 2 to 3 or 4 years, because ultimately the salary is high because there's very little of these people right now, and there's such a high demand. But when more people become and get into this role, of course, salaries are going to start to low and equal out. But right now, salaries range from $175,000 to $335,000. God damn! Consider this move, guys. Consider this move. And recruiters, right, are looking for these people, and they're saying, go ahead and apply, even though you may not have all the skills that they're asking for. Right? They're saying applicants must have a basic programming skills and a high level of familiarity with large language models. That would make a good fit. But they're also saying they want people to apply even if you do not believe you meet every single qualification. So if this is an interest of you guys, if you are really interested into things like ChatGPT and AI, go ahead and check out LinkedIn. Go and check out LinkedIn. Look for that of a role of a prompt engineer. Let's get to this money. $335,000 a year. Let's just say $150,000 a year. It's a lot of money. I spoke to a Patreon member yesterday, and getting to $70,000 would be significant for them. And we're going to make sure that they get there. Right? But just imagine $175,000, $335,000. You're talking about, you are making a significant amount of money, and you're able to do a lot more in your life. Right? You're able to drive around on the weekends in that nice car, take your family out, take your mom out, build that house. You won't be then talking about all the crap that's going on in these YouTube streets and watching all this crap, because that's not important. That's not important. It's not important. It doesn't affect you. It doesn't impact you. It doesn't impact your money. For the people that's digesting that stuff, it is going to impact your money because you ain't doing the things that you need to do to get ahead. You aren't studying. You aren't taking that tech sales course. You aren't taking that cybersecurity course. You aren't getting the coaching. You aren't meeting with the right people. You aren't doing any of that stuff because you're digesting toxic information and think that you should be ahead. That's not how it works, guys. That's not how it works. You can listen to this information, go and research what a prompt engineer is. If you have basic programming skills because you were an MIS major, if you learn or you understand a little bit about language models by reading a book, you can be applying for these jobs tomorrow, right? Your life could change a significant amount. Your life could change a significant amount. Then you could be making the money that you want to make. The 175, the 135, the 335, the 200, the 500, the $500,000, the $250,000, the $1 million a year. Guys, check out the role of a prompt engineer. New role in the tech space. And it was created because of the advancement of artificial intelligence. It's created for the advancement. It was created because of the advancement of artificial intelligence, things like ChatGPT. Let me explain again what they do. They write questions. They write questions for AI chatbots to test and to improve their answers. This could be even for people who are English majors who aren't making any money right now. We know your English majors don't make no damn money. We know you guys don't make no money. Now you can. You can use that excellent writing skills, those excellent writing skills. But guess what? No. Guess what now? We got ChatGPT for us non-good writers who didn't major in English and majored in something in technology to help us write better. Right? That's what we have now. And we can become better writers. I can tell you this right now. I'm not the best writer. Your boy Antoine Wade is not the best writer. But I know how to drive a boat. And I know how to use ChatGPT to become a great writer. I know how to come up with my own words and use ChatGPT to put it into nice, succinct sentences. Right? That's what I know how to do. But no, guys, getting back to the point, a prompt engineer is a great role. I want you guys to consider it. Many of you haven't heard of it. I just heard of it. It's new because of AI. And this is a space that you guys can get into, especially if you have an ITM degree, computer science degree. You want to make a transition in a tech field. If you don't have any of these degrees, because you don't need to have a STEM degree, you should consider it. Okay? All right. Let's get into another article that I came across that I wanted to share with you guys, because many of you guys are wanting to get into this content creation space because it's a way that you can make money and build a business and build a brand that can really, give you the freedom that you ultimately want in life. And as I like to say, give you an uncapped salary. Okay? Now, many of you want to get into tech sales and you want to use your tech sales journey to talk about it. Or you want to get into project management or data analytics or any of those roles, right? Consulting. And you want to tell your journey. Now, that's what I recommend that you guys do, right? Tell your journey, because your journey is going to impact a significant amount of people in one-on-one conversation. So put it online. I encourage my patrons to do that. And when you do that, you can look back and look at your growth. When you have kids, you can always look back and see where you were at that stage in your life. And you can help people. If somebody's going to come across your content, somebody's going to like you. Somebody's going to like what you're saying. Somebody's going to want to follow you. Somebody's going to see themselves in you. So you can influence and encourage people to follow you just by you talking about your journey. And I recommend for many of you guys to do that, right? But you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful when you're in roles and you're using content as a side hustle. A young lady here, a former recruiter for Facebook, right? The company behind, or Meta, behind the company behind Facebook, she shared her experience working there in this, what I would consider to be an op-ed, right? She is a recruiter, got hired during the pandemic. She was responsible for hiring Android developers. They brought her in, right? She was so excited when she started the job as a recruiter in 2021. She loves social media. Gotten good offer. $60,000 more than she was making at a job at Microsoft. Making all kinds of money. So she was making $130,000 as a recruiter at Microsoft. Facebook says, let me give you the $60,000 more. God damn. 2021, y'all. 2021. Making $190. Getting to that money. Look at her. Getting to the money. Okay? She started her onboarding process. Said it was high quality. Next thing you know, she realized that there wasn't a lot of work to do at Facebook. Her job involved recruiting Android developers, but there weren't enough of them out there. They were all reaching for the same people. You know, back in 2020, 2021, when there was everybody getting into tech and talking about how they were making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 doing nothing. Well, this young lady was making $190,000 and she wasn't doing very much at all. She wasn't doing very much at all. Now, was it her fault? No. Her days were filled with training sessions and meetings. And her only goal for the week was to reach out to 50 people. She said at Microsoft, she was reaching out to 500 to 1,000 people per week. So she said, you know what? I'm going to start posting on TikTok because I like social media. Well, guess what, guys? You work for a company like Meta whose competition is TikTok. Competition is TikTok. She wasn't active on TikTok before. She started seeing clips of people who talked about working at tech companies, showing off all the cool perks and how much money they're getting. Getting to the bag, guys. Getting to the bag. So she said, you know what? I'm going to follow the exact same thing that these people are doing. And since she was working remote at Facebook, she decided to make a video about all the benefits, all the great benefits that Facebook offers to their employees. The video went viral. Y'all. People are reaching out to her in the Facebook talking about, great video, guys, great video. Fantastic video. Positive feedback. Nothing came from it. Then she decided she wanted to post about Facebook again, this time talking about how the company has programs to introduce diverse talent into recruiting. She wanted to talk about, she made a video about she getting to the $190,000 bag, $190,000 a year. She said, hey, you know what? Man, I'm a diverse young lady. Cute young girl too, right? Right? Very cute, attractive girl. I'm getting to this bag, y'all, and I ain't doing no work. And guess what? There's plenty of jobs out here because we got programs here at Facebook and we're introducing people to recruiting. Now, you guys know me. What was I saying about recruiting last year? It's a job. That's fantastic. It's sales. The team in sales. Love it. Fantastic. Great role. But you know, when there's a downturn, you aren't going to be recruiting. When people pause hiring, you're not going to be recruiting. When the economy slows down, you're not going to be recruiting. So who are going to be the first to let go, to be let go? Recruiters. So I suggest folks to just be careful. And I suggest to folks to be close to the revenue, sales, and other things that contribute to the overall revenue, right? There's other roles out there that don't necessarily tie back to it, like engineering and stuff like that, which I am completely in support of. I'm in support of recruiting as well, too, because I have a lot of friends that are recruiters and they do fantastic work. But you just have to be very careful in that space, right? So let's get back to this young lady's journey. She posted a video about introducing diverse candidates to a career in recruiting. It was a great opportunity. Most of her new followers were diverse candidates, so she wanted to share that news. This time it didn't go so well. The boss has said, hey, hold up. Hold up for a second. Hold up. Wait a minute. They said, you know what? We're bringing on way too many people here at Facebook. Take that video down. Okay? Take it down. Take that video down. Now, I want you guys to think about that. First video about the perks. All right. Perfect. Guys, let's get some more people. Let's talk about how wonderful Facebook is. Second video, or whatever video in the sequence that she made, it's about getting diverse talent into recruiting. They said, hold on now. I know we have these diversity initiatives. Can't be letting everybody up in here into recruiting. Take that video down. Now, it may have had some more other personal stuff into it about how much money she's making, $190,000 a year. Right? She took it down. She didn't want to break any rules, but she still decided to post on TikTok. Posting things on resume tips, right? Shared which companies were hiring on which websites. Now, you got to remember, she's not touting Facebook on any of this stuff anymore. And also, she doesn't have a lot of work to do. She's only reaching out to 50 people per week. HR is like, oh, hold on. She ain't doing no work. She's making $190,000 a year. Posting videos about not doing a lot of work. How you guys can get into this tech space and not do a lot of work. Guess what happened? Guess what happened, guys? Right? She got called to HR in January. They brought up the TikTok again. This time, she said she wanted to put in her notice and quit. And next week, they said, you know what? Nah, you ain't going to quit. Time for you to go. So they let her go. Conflict of interest. Now, I don't know how much I don't know. It's me being an employee, as well as doing my thing on the side. I separate it. However, I've had these conversations as well, too. And they're difficult conversations. I'll tell you that right now. They're difficult conversations. But I wouldn't change it because in her situation, her influence was able for her to land a job with LinkedIn the following week after she was fired. Okay? She was able to land a job because of her audience. She was able to land a job because of her being an influencer and her really doing helpful work. Right? Now she owns a business doing reverse recruiting. She owns a business doing reverse recruiting for people. And that's her job. She quit her job at LinkedIn to focus on her own business. And she's doing fantastic. And she wouldn't have had that opportunity if she wouldn't have started and had a platform. So my thought to you guys is this. You don't want to have the cuffs on you guys. You don't. You want to be able to support yourself, sustain your livelihood, sustain your family. But just be careful on what you do once you get onto these platforms. Don't get on these platforms knowing that you make a good amount of money talking reckless about any companies that exist out there. Don't get on these platforms arguing and putting your name out there before you know it, somebody's calling about, who you are as a person and doxing you, getting you fired. Don't post on social media platforms when you're working for a company that's a competitor. Right? These are lessons learned. At least this is what I take away from this. What do you guys take away from this? Right? But I would say this. Diversify yourself. The conversation we just had about using what you've learned in your life and in your journey to share that back with other people is a way to diversify yourself. It's a way for you to track your progress. And I say do it, but just be careful, guys. Be careful. Especially if you're in a role that's not contributing to help your company, or if it's going against what your company has asked of you. Be careful. Be very careful with it. Okay? Now, she's somebody that I'm actually going to reach out to have a conversation with of how we can help each other. Because she's doing reverse recruiting right now. And what reverse recruiting is, for many of you guys who don't know, is helping people to find jobs, especially in this tech space, right? She does the applying for them. She does the applying for you. So you pay her a fee. And she does the job for you. She helps to find you a job, filling out applications for you, sending in your resume. Finding a job is very difficult. I had a conversation with a good brother yesterday. I'm going to tell you like this. Finding a new job is exhausting. What they have done for you to find a job, sending in your resume, sending in your LinkedIn, but still asking you the same damn questions that's on your resume and your LinkedIn. Companies make it very hard. That's another area of disruption that needs to happen. Maybe it's already happening in the AI space and so forth. But it shouldn't be that hard for people to find a job. It shouldn't be that hard. You shouldn't have to enter information and still give your LinkedIn in your resume when all that information is there. It should be as simple as passing your resume or share your LinkedIn. That's it. And technology should be able to determine whether you are a good fit or not, or a human. But going back to the AI systems that's being created, are there biases in it? Because your name is Jerome, and they're used to seeing people with a name like Brian, Melissa, or is your information being filtered out? Are you getting the opportunities that you should be getting? These are the reasons why a lot of these executives are saying, hold up. Hold up. Hold up on this whole AI thing. It's great, but we don't know a lot about it. We've had conversations with AI and me, who's come on this platform many times, is in space. Data scientists, right? Data analytics, AI, algorithms, all that stuff, right? He's talked about the biases that are going to go into these AI models and these algorithms. Now, I want you guys to go back to what we talked about earlier. Are these risks? AI now looks at your resume, puts all the information into the boxes that these companies are looking for or asking for. But it sees your name being Jerome and seeing that you from the Philippines, seeing your name is Bukola, and seeing you're from the West Indies or something like that, and you're not going to get the opportunity. Is it fair? Hell no, it's not fair. Are there biases in it? Yes. Should we regulate it? Absolutely. So I want you guys to think about that as well into these conversations that we're having. It all ties back in the technology space. Okay? It all ties back in the technology space. Now, let's talk about this. Right? She was working for Meta. She was working for Meta. She got laid off. Meta is one of the companies that has laid off a significant amount of people. Many tech companies have grown their workforce a significant amount over the recent years because of COVID. And what this has done is led to a decline in revenue per employee. Now, what is revenue per employee, you ask? This is a metric that we've used in our MBA school, but also financial analysts look at this when they're looking at companies and so forth. And revenue per employee is basically top line revenue of a company. How much revenue they're making divided by the number of employees. Simple equation. But if you look at this chart here, you see the percent change in the number of employees from 2018 to 2022. Look at Apple. Apple only grew its employee percent by 24%. So Apple wasn't on a significant hiring spree from 2018 to 2022. Google was, though. They almost doubled their employees from 2018 to 2022. Salesforce significantly, 120% they grew the number of employees that work for Salesforce. Everybody's working at Salesforce. Microsoft, 68%. Not as much. Amazon, doubled it. Facebook, doubled it. Twitter, almost doubled it. This is the number of employees that they brought on for 2018, or the percent change of the employees that they brought on, right? And then you look at the overall percent change in the revenue per employee. So as you grow, as you bring on more employees, and your revenue overall is not growing as significant as it was before, your revenue may drop. But if you look at somebody like Apple, percent change in revenue per employee, 19.5%. Alphabet, 7.3%. Salesforce, 7%. Microsoft, 6%. Amazon, negative 6%. Went down. Facebook, negative 14%. Twitter, negative 59%. Well, if you look at how many people that's been laid off from these companies, who are the ones who have the most layoffs? Amazon, Facebook, Twitter. Right? Now, I want for you guys to think about from an investment standpoint, you have a new metric to analyze the companies that you want to invest in. Revenue per employee. Simple equation. Top line revenue divided by employees. And what it's used for is to see how efficient companies are. And what they're saying is that just because you grow the number of employees doesn't mean that you're efficient. And you can obviously tell, based on the previous article of this recruiter working at Facebook, they brought in a whole bunch of people, doubled the number of employees they had from 2018 to 2022, just in 4 years, right? Facebook's been out for a long time. They doubled the number of employees that they had at Facebook. It grew 143%, right? But they didn't have a lot of work to do. So the company wasn't efficient. And what did they do? Cut a lot of people and continue to cut a lot of people. Amazon is doing the exact same thing. Twitter is doing the exact same thing. Now, you didn't hear much about Apple, right? You didn't hear much about Apple. Let's look at Apple. Your revenue per employee went up. Apple is a efficient company. You don't hear about the layoffs at Apple. You're not hearing about layoffs at Apple. My man Tim Cook says, I'm not rocking with you guys like that. You guys are hoarding talent over there. We have the people that we need for this company. Yes, we're going to grow, but we're going to grow at a natural pace. We're not going to start hiring everybody. Twitter, Meta, Amazon, cuts. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. This is the reason many of these companies continue to lay off. Revenue per employee. And this is something that you can look at as well, too, to make a decision if you want to work for a certain company or not. Or if you want to invest into a certain company. You want to see how efficient they are. Simple calculation, top line revenue divided by the number of employees. Okay. All right. Let's hit on one other topic here, guys. I wanted to touch on college degrees, man. I want to touch on college degrees because, I dropped a video the other day about how the MIS major is one of the best majors that you can get if you're going to go to school, right? You guys know that I'm a big fan of MIS because I have an MIS major. I majored in management of technology, which is very similar to MIS as a master's degree. I believe in the business, the finance, the accounting, the STEMs, right? If you're going to go to college, because college is a big investment, and ultimately you want to get a degree that's going to allow for you to make the money that you want to make. But we know now with companies like Careers, you want to get into tech sales to make $60,000 a year? You don't need college. You want to get into cybersecurity? You don't need college. Now, you will need advanced education as you continue to climb. So I'm a big fan of college, guys. I'm going to let you guys know that right now. But I'm also a big fan of alternative education. That's why we've partnered with Careers. That's why we've partnered with LevelCareers. Because you don't necessarily need to go to college in order for you to break into the workforce. As in before, it was almost a requirement for just about every single job. And what did it do? It excluded a lot of people. So if you can go to a boot camp like Careers or LevelCareers and get a job making $60,000 a year after high school, you can sustain yourself for a good amount of time. At least make money and then go back to school. Make better economic decisions for yourself if you want to go back to school. But at least you have the opportunity to pay for it because you're making $60,000 a year. What college does is it holds you back from making the money. It's a delay. It's great, but it's a delay. And what do? You rack up a whole bunch of debt, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And a lot of times you graduate, especially if you don't have the guidance of somebody like the Black Heights channel, and you are first generation college goer, and your family's just like, go to college. You're going to get a great job after college. Because that's what they say, right? Oh my God, my kid's going to go to college. Yes, I don't care. You just major in something. You're going to have a good job. Well, that's not the truth. You have to major into the things that are going to pay you the money that you ultimately need to be making in order for you to live a normal life, a comfortable life, a life where you can do things. And those are the science fields, the technology fields, the engineering fields, and the math fields. So I wanted to share with you guys an article that I came across of the most and least lucrative college majors by state. Okay? By state. There are hundreds of thousands of schools that exist out there per state or in the United States. But let's talk about the degrees that allow for you to make the money. Alabama. You're in the state of Alabama, home of the Crimson Tide, home of Auburn. Many of you guys go to the schools. The highest earning salaries or earning degrees, electrical engineering, communications engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering. The lowest, dance, anthropology, parks, recreation, and leisure studies. Guys, don't go to school for dance. Don't go to school for anthropology. Don't go to school for parks, recreation, and leisure studies. Don't listen to somebody that says you can do anything you can or you want with those degrees. And I'll tell people this. If you have those degrees and you're not making the money, you're at a crossroads, check out Careers. Link into the description. Help you get into tech sales. Help you get into IT. Help you get into marketing. Partner of ours. They've helped a lot of people get into those spaces. Alaska. Petroleum engineering, construction management, civil engineering. Lowest. Fine. And studio arts. English language and literature. History. Like literally, guys, fine in studio arts. You can make more money per year driving an Uber than you going to school, getting a fine and studio arts degree. Because you ultimately are making only $15,000 a year. That's below poverty. You're not making the money that you want to make. You're living in Alaska. It's cold. It's dark. You're upset. You're on the internet. You're talking crap because your life is miserable. You're a history major. You're living in Alaska. You're making $35,000 a year. It's cold. It's dark. A good percentage of the year. You're on the internet. You're talking junk. You don't see a way out. Check out Careers. Check out LevelCareers. You live in Arizona. Best degrees to get. Mining and mineral engineering, computer science, electrical, electronics engineering. Don't major in music, though. Don't major in religious education. They don't pay nothing, guys. You live in Arkansas. Industrial engineering, chemical engineering, computer engineering. Well, you come out of school, the graduates come out of school with industrial engineering, they're making a good amount of money. Somebody asked me the question the other day on Instagram. They said, Antoine, how do I become a Site reliability engineer. Industrial engineering is a good path to take. Chemical engineering. Computer engineering. But what don't you want to do? Something that comes up quite often, and it's come up already 2 times in 2 different states as the lowest paying degree that exists out there. When somebody says, hey, Antoine, should I major in anthropology? I say, shit. You're living in a beautiful state of California where everything is expensive. Everything is expensive. Don't be an English teacher. Don't be a French teacher. Don't be a second or foreign language teacher because you're only making $17,000 a year. Boy, you are broke, man. You can't even buy milk. Oh, gosh, that's terrible. Missions and missionary studies and missiology, $19,000 a year. Alternative and complementary medicine and medical systems, $23,000 a year. You're broke, man. You're on the internet. You're talking all this stuff. You're talking about how the man is holding you back. You're talking about all this other stuff because you're broke. I'm going to tell you like this. You are at a certain level of money. You think a little bit different as well, too. You don't be having these conversations with, all the foolishness online because you don't see the world that way. But when you aren't making the money that you want to make because you made some bad decisions or you were led down the bad path because you didn't do the research or you just wasn't lucky or didn't seek the guidance, right? You didn't watch the Black Heights channel. You're upset. I see why people have mental health issues. They should start tying back mental health issues to college degrees. They should do a study on that. I'm going to tell you like this. I guarantee you the people who are low earners have higher rates of mental disorders. They have higher rates of mental disorders. Go and look that up, somebody. I'm sure there's a fact out there. Colorado, petroleum engineering, mining and mineral engineering, computer engineering. Lowest median 3 years after graduation. Visual performing arts, music, clinical nutrition and services. Go to Connecticut. Let's go to the beautiful state of Texas. Oh, let's go to Florida. Florida, Georgia. Systems engineering, nuclear engineering, chemical engineering. Guys, get your engineering. You want to go, if you're in the state of Florida, get your engineering on. Don't do this, though. Don't go into area studies, East Asian studies, alternative and complementary medicine and medical systems. Georgia, the beautiful state of Georgia. Love Georgia. Petroleum engineering, industrial engineering, chemical engineering. Don't go into drama, linguistics, communication disorders. Let's go to Texas. And no, that'll be the last one. Beautiful state of Texas. What is Texas talking about? What are the high earners in Texas making? High earners in Texas are petroleum engineering, marine operations or marine transportation, operations research. The lowest, graphic communications, business management, marketing related support services, theology and ministerial studies, going to school to be a pastor or whatever else in religious fields. They don't make no money. They upset. They're hurting. That's why they be getting y'all in churches. They be getting y'all in churches because they got them bad degrees, man. Terrible degrees. Terrible degrees means that you make terrible decisions. Or you made a terrible decision, but you can correct it. That's why companies like Black Heights exist. Help you guys get back on track. Help you get back on track. Because you aren't making the money that you want to make, we're here to help. That's why we partner with Google and Coursera. So you can get those skills for data analytics. Join the Patreon if you want to be part of a community of technology professionals who are on their path get into the bag. Join the Patreon. $23.99 a month. You can have access to a great community that's going to help you get to a career that you ultimately want to get to. Have accountability partners. Have access to coaches and mentors. Get to this money. Have a support system. Have a testing ground where you can bounce your career ideas off of. You need the support. You need the support along your career journey. And we built a fantastic community at Black Heights. A fantastic community. You're not making the money that you want to make. You're online, you're putting all this negative stuff in the chats and you're angry because you're not making the money that you want to make. You're not doing the things that you want to do. You don't have the relationships that you need. But you can change that tomorrow, guys. You can change that tomorrow. How can you change that, you say, Antoine? Well, you want to make more money. Think about alternative education to get new skills. Check out LevelCareers.com. This dropped a cybersecurity course to help you get into cybersecurity in 90 days to become an information security analyst. Check out Level Careers for their tech sales course. If you are already in sales and you're looking to advance and make more money, go from that $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year, you want to get to the AE, that's Brother Marvin. You'll learn from industry experts on how you can advance your career to become a better tech sales closer. You want to break into tech, check out Course Careers. You want to get into IT, you want to break into IT, check out Course Careers. You want to break into IT, check out Master IT. Link into the description. Help you get your certifications on Security Plus, Network Plus, CompTIA A Plus. Fantastic, brother. Small fee, investment. You'll be able to break into IT. Once you're broken into IT and you want to level up to go from support desk, help desk, network engineer, you want to get into cybersecurity, check out Level Careers. We're going to have Brother Josh Modikar on this channel pretty soon to talk about the cybersecurity course. Just like we had Brother Kevin Dorsey on this channel to talk about the tech sales course that he dropped. All to help you to make the money that you want to make. Right? So that you don't have to talk about all the foolishness of this and that that's happening in the world. You don't have to be slamming your hand on the desk when you see videos come out or you see people saying stuff. You don't have to chat back or tweet. You don't have to take your frustrations of being broke on other people. You don't have to worry about that, guys. You could be riding like us ladder climbers, like this. Listening to some good music, thinking about life and how great it is. This is what you could be doing versus being upset, talking about just pearly things. Versus being upset, talking about TLA, MCR, O'Shea, Duke Jackson. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff when you get into the money, man. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You're riding. Your goal is focused on this road. You see those trees? That's just the noise. You see it, but you're riding. You see it, but you're riding, guys. You see that sunset? You see that sun right there? That's your goal. You're never gonna get there. but you're getting closer to it. Keep your head on the road, man. Keep your eyes on the road. Focus. See all these trees over here? All that shit is just noise. And as you continue to grow in your career, you're going to notice that there's always going to be noise. There's always going to be noise. Stay focused on the road, guys. Stay focused on the road, my man, my ladies. Okay? Let's talk about something else. I know it's a long show today. Let's talk about a young lady who I watch, how she quit her software engineering job. Young lady, talented software engineer who works for Google. I remember back in 2019 or 2018 when she blew up on YouTube as a software engineer. Her name is Bacola. And she's talking about how she just quit her job at Google and why she did it. Haven't listened to it yet, but I'm going to listen to it with you guys right now. Let's check it out, guys.
Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm quitting my job. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I've wanted to do it for a while.
Go ahead and subscribe to her, by the way. If you guys aren't subscribed to her, I'm already subscribed to her. I've been subscribed to her for a very long time because when I started YouTube, she was an inspiration for me because she was a software engineer. That's where I started my career, right? But back in 2016, I wasn't making content and YouTube wasn't as big as it was. She blew up because she made content about being a programmer. Not only that, she's a attractive young lady. And she was on the CNBC Make It as well, too, talking about how she makes $210,000 in New York. And this was back in 2018, 2019, guys. This girl was getting to the money a long time ago. You think she's on YouTube talking about the blind man that don't exist, right? The guy that's holding you back. You think she's on YouTube talking about somebody who doesn't help her get to the money? No, she probably comes across it, but I'm sure she doesn't focus on it. She focuses on getting to the money. And that's why she's in this position to be able to quit her job at a place like Google, because she's built a brand, she's built her own side hustle, and she's making the money. Let's hear it from her.
Wow, now. I actually tried to do it like 6 months ago, but I was a little too scared. But now savings are good. I have a plan. So I'm going to quit my job. I have my meeting with my boss. I'm a little bit nervous, but it's going to be okay. I have my notice of resignation ready to go. So yeah, let's quit our job.
Girl says she's made enough money to where she can just quit her job. Boy, ain't that a good place? Isn't that a good position to be in? Worked in corporate for a good amount of time. That is a fantastic place to be in. That's where many of us want to be, where we don't have to worry about being and staying into corporate anymore. Right? Some people want to be there. I love corporate. I got to say that. I love the roles that I am in. I love the people that I work with. But maybe one day that'll be a path for me. Who knows? Who knows?
Hi, how are you?
You scared? You scared to do it?
It was a little awkward, but I did it.
Oh.
Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Bacola and I'm currently unemployed.
Man.
Anyways, as you can see from my last video, I put in my 2 weeks notice. I quit my job at Google and y'all, it was a very, very difficult decision to make. I felt like I was between a rock and a hard place. Like on one end, I had a great job, great pay, great coworkers, great manager, could work remotely, even work remotely abroad, not often, but whenever I got my manager's approval. Literally nothing wrong with the job, right? But on the other hand, I was getting really burnt out. Like you guys know, I had a tough 2020, lost a family member, and 2021, 2022 were super difficult because I was really working two jobs. Like I had my YouTube channel that I was dedicating 20 to 40 hours a week on, and then my day job, which is also like 40 hours a week as well. So
check that out. Somebody like her, she wins in life because she focuses. She focuses on what she needs to focus on. She's an attractive woman. You can definitely tell she comes from a very good background. Great family. She said she spent 20-something hours on her YouTube channel in a week. Okay? She spent 40 plus hours working her corporate job per week. She's focused. She's focused. Now she has the money to be able to take risk, more risk, quit, invest all of her time into ultimately what it is that she wants to do. Right? I was talking to Mr. Dresso, who we had on the channel the other day, and he was talking about how his life changed because he was laid off, right? And he just said, Antoine, you know, I woke up every single day committing my life to this company, what I loved. And when that's taken away from you, it hurts. But one thing that I can say I did that was right was build a brand for myself. Build a way to an opportunity for him to make additional money in his life. Right? That's what he did. So when he was let go, he was able to sustain the lifestyle that he has, or he had. It was only because he built a brand for himself. She did the same thing, being focused, being committed. Let's continue to hear from her.
So I was putting a lot of energy into content creation, into my current job, and it was burning me out. And also with my day job, I felt like I wasn't really gaining the skill set that I wanted to gain. So as you can see, it was really difficult. And for 6 months, I went back and forth. Should I quit? Should I not quit? Like, what should I do? I truly was confused. And I will say now I'm still confused. But I was truly confused. Should I quit Google? Should I quit YouTube? Should I quit Google and YouTube and take a break? What should I do? I had no idea. After a lot of reflection, I decided I'm just gonna quit Google. And obviously it's not an easy decision to make. I'm someone who doesn't like uncertainty. I hate taking risks, hate taking paths that are not clear cuts, as you guys can probably tell. Not a risk taker at all, to be honest. But
I love that.
What? Life is short. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to take a risk. So I'm taking this time off. It's gonna be.
And guess what, guys? It's not like she can't go back. I mean, she's a high performer. It's not like she can't go back. That's the thing as well, too, guys, right? Like, that's what we talk about on this channel. Position yourself. Talk about your results. Go out on your own when you want to. And ultimately, if you want to take a break, you can do so because you have you're in a monetary position to be able to do it. But also, if you want to go back, I'm sure you can go back because you don't have all this negative stuff that's out there that people don't want to hire. You've built the great relationships. You are highly skilled. So she wanted to go back to the workforce. Any company will hire her. Look at her. Attractive, smart, presents herself very well. This is the kind of guy, this is the kind of girl. This is the kind of girl that when my son was of her age and brought her home, I'd be like, yep. 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 Absolutely. That's one to keep. For you guys who are single, kind of girls that you should be looking for. Kind of girls that you should be looking for. Smart, get into the bag, head on right. She riding down her own little road, not looking at anything else. Had in her mind that, you know what, maybe it's time for me to just back up. Kind of burned out a little bit, you know? Kind of burnt out. Work gets hard. Life gets hard. Maybe I just need to take a break. She's taking a break, and she's able to do it.
About 6 months to a year, I will be creating content, but I'm taking it more as a sabbatical year for myself to just, focus on my wellness, do some content creation, and figure out what I want to do as my next step. And even though it's a scary decision to make, life is short, you got to take some risks in life. You got to take time to rest too. So yeah, basically I feel like ultimately it's definitely the right decision, but I just want to tell you guys, I hope this is not tone deaf with what is happening in the industry, and I'll let you know after 6 months, like what eventually I decide to do, if I decide to go back to a job or if I decide to just do content creation full time. I really still want to somehow infuse my just really gain in my technical skills. I'm planning to do so many different things. Sorry, this sounds pretty rambly, but I'm planning to do so many things during my time off. Planning to travel, planning to maybe even take some college classes, obviously do content creation.
She wouldn't be able to do any of that stuff. She didn't have the money, guys. She wouldn't be able to do any of that stuff if she wasn't in the financial position to be able to do such a thing. She was a high earner for a very long time. I want you guys to get here. I really do want you guys to get here, where you can have that ability to do that, because many of you can't. You can't. And with me being a little bit older, it's harder, right? Because I have the wife, I have the kids. But for many of you guys who are a lot younger, my brother Jason, my brother Akira, get to the money now. Focus now so that when you want to take that break, you can do that. I was talking to Josh Madakar, worked for Microsoft. Worked for Microsoft for a very long time. One of the best cybersecurity YouTubers out there. Guess what he did? No longer at Microsoft because platform, making the money that he can make right now. Said, you know what? Don't want to do this right now anymore. But he has the money to be able to support the lifestyle that he has. And he's only able to do that by working alongside his corporate role to build up something for years so that he can eventually say, you know what? If I don't want to do this anymore, I don't have to. And if I don't want a capped salary anymore, I don't have to. Right? And that's what she's been able to do as well, too. I'm sure her salary is uncapped. Now, probably has brand deals because obviously she's attractive. She doesn't talk about the garbage. Sponsorships, courses, helping people get to or become better at software engineering. And guess what? What's on top of that? She talked about improving her technical skills. She's going to document that journey as well, too, which ultimately is going to pay her more because she's going to put that into her content creation. It's also going to bring more people towards her. The positive stuff, guys. You may not think that it's worth a lot, but it is. It's attractive. It's very attractive. It's helpful. It's what's needed in this world. It's why you can make a lot of money in this space. It's why you can make a lot of money in this space. More than what you're making in your corporate role if you do it right. Talking about things that actually moves the needle in people's lives. Not the stuff that distracts people. Okay?
Rest a lot, which I really need. And yeah, that's kind of like a summary of everything I'm planning to do. But it is definitely a difficult decision, especially now with the market being very tumultuous. It's a very difficult decision to leave your job, but yeah, I decided to do it. So let's go back into the office and wrap up my last 3 days of work and my last final days at Google. So it's officially my last week at Google. For the past couple weeks, I've been visiting other coworkers, networking with people, connecting with people before I left. And for these next 3 days, I'm gonna be basically exploring the different offices. Starting first with the Hudson Yards office. I've never been to this office before. I think it's where mostly marketing people sit. And they have 3 different cafes there, so we're gonna go and check it out for the first time. So let's head into the office.
She's on her way out, guys. And guess what? She's now giving you guys the inside scoop with something that she didn't do before while she was working there. Don't videotape your office while you're working at the company, guys. That's what happened to a lot of people back in the tech space. They literally got fired because they want to go into the office, show all the perks that these tech companies are giving you, and recording you and not doing any work. She's now going to show what it's like because she's on her way out the door.
For my last few days, I literally had one goal. Outside of doing tasks to exit the company, my goal was to visit every cafe Google had to offer. And currently Google has over 15 cafes. Let's see if we can visit them all.
She said she wants to eat.
First at this lunch spot, which is very French inspired. I love the decor. It's a French style cafe with a lot of bread. If you know me, I love bread. It had a lot of cute French desserts and I ended up getting the salmon and it was really good.
Now, I must say, Google's going to be cutting back on their office hours and obviously the cafe, the times that it's actually open and so forth. We're going to fast forward through this because all she's going to be doing eating now, right? Showing us what the cafes look like. But ultimately, I just wanted to share that with you guys because she did it right. She did it right. Young lady got to the money and just said she wanted to put the deuces up. Many of you guys want to be in that position. The only way you're going to get into that position is if you focus, you build a brand, you start today, and you get it done. All right, guys. I'm going to go through and read the super chats. Time for me to get some lunch. Time for me to get some lunch. I am starving. I am absolutely starving. But before we do that, Mr. Tom LeChatBlue, thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat, my man. Says, hello, Antoine. How could I pivot from being an electrical engineer for 9 years to a tech job? Have a side gig as a sales rep in an aviation company, selling engine in a BDR, SDR type of a role. You know what, Tom? You can make the pivot very easy as an electrical engineer. Book a session with me on the Black Heights channel, and we can talk through some of that. The goal here will be for you to determine what it is that you ultimately want to do. Electrical engineers are all throughout tech, okay? And I would suggest that you start with just doing a simple Google search on roles that electrical engineers are in a tech space. It could be in the audio space, communication space, sound, cloud, and so forth. Those are all areas, Tom, that you can decide to go in, right? But I need to know a little bit more about what you've done, what companies you've worked for, right? So that I can give you the information that you need to get. So book a session with us, www.blkheights.com, and we'll have an opportunity to talk. Yes, Allie, her name is Bukola, Bukola, right? This is her YouTube channel. You can see it here. Bukola.dev is her, I believe her YouTube channel. It's Bukola Coding is her YouTube channel. Bukola.dev is her Instagram. Check her out. Beautiful young lady. Smart young lady. The kind of lady that I want my son to date one day. JC says, thank you so much for the... Well, first of all, JC, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. I've also considered starting a YouTube brand like you. Be fantastic, JC. I'm going to tell you like this. It's lucrative. I didn't think so initially. But once you start to put out the good stuff, you'll be able to do such a thing, JC. Put out good content. You got people like Google knocking on the door. And think about what she just did. She just promoted Google in her last video, talking about how she resigned, right? They're going to be wanting to partner with her brand deals. She can help recruit talent. She can help sign people up for Google courses, all that. That's what you can do when you have a great brand. You're attractive and you have your head on straight and you're not talking about the garbage. Mr. Jabron Jones, my brother, coming to us from Pennsylvania. Mr. U Penn. Let me see what Jabron has going on right now, man. Mrs. Jabron has all kinds of businesses that's out there. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I had it just on my Facebook a second ago. But brother Jabron, man, he's out here in these streets getting it done. Right? Let me go to my brother right here. Oh, just on his Facebook. He got the Crimson Square going, guys. He got the I forgot the name of the one that's Mr. Jabron, drop it in the chat of the squared. That's the one I was thinking of. The squared brand that you just launched a couple months ago. I appreciate you, brother, for the $19.99 super chat, my man. Brother Keep It Techie is in the house. Go ahead and check out Brother Keep It Techie's channel. Another tech content creator putting out that good message, the good word, partnering with people, getting it done. Super smart brother, served our country, married, has kids, just like our brother Jabron. Right? Smart people getting it done. Smart people getting it done. I appreciate you, brother. Keep it techie. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, my man. Brother JC's, thank you again for the $9.99 super chat. Just checking in. I'll be 50 this year and been in tech for 9 years, making 6 figures. Problem is, I'm not satisfied in my current role and looking to make a change. I'm a bit tired of coding. Any advice? You know what? Coding can get very, very difficult and can be long. Depends on what you want to do, JC. But know this. There's many avenues that you can go down. I just talked about today the prompt engineer, coding skills, just answering and writing questions to chatbots. Language models. You could be making $335,000 a year if you're not making that right now. Sales engineering. If you want to get into sales, make a big bag, but also want to stay technical. Sales engineering is a good opportunity. If you are interested into sales world, tech sales is another path that you can go. Management, leadership, support services. All those are areas that you can go, brother JC, and get to the money. I get it. I wanted to get out of the technical space as well, too, to get more into a leadership role, brother JC. And what I did was I transitioned into consulting. And then from consulting, I transitioned into support. And for support, I transitioned to customer success. And from customer success, I transitioned to sales. Put a little bit of diversity in there, brother JC. There's a lot that you can do. Not only just in the W-2 world as well, too. Just like you kind of talked about. You can create content. You have a lot of wisdom. I can learn a lot from you, brother JC. Put your messages out there. Talk about your 9 years that you've been into the dev game. There's people who are going to look at you and say, I want to be like Mr. JC. I want to be like Mr. JC. And they're going to follow you. And they're going to support you. And they're going to ask you questions. And they're going to help you get to the bag. And you're going to be able to coach. And you're going to be able to mentor. And you can charge whatever you want to charge. And you're still going to get customers because you have the wisdom. And you have the knowledge. And people will pay for your knowledge. Brother Paul Healy is in the house. Brother Paul Healy is about to drop his sales engineering course pretty soon. You guys want to get into the sales engineering? I'm going to talk to our brother Paul Healy. $20. Thank you so much for Super Chat. Thanks for letting me promote on a Discord channel. Greatly appreciate it. Absolutely, guys. When you're part of the Black Heights community, everybody's going to win. Everybody's going to win. Yes, there will be competition, but you have a space to win. Nobody's there to talk about you on YouTube and talk trash or any of that stuff. You can win. You can win. There's no competition. Well, there is competition. We're always going to compete, right? That's what we do in business. However, everybody can win. Nobody's looking to chop anybody's legs off. Promote on your Black Heights community. Whatever you have going on, go and do it. I love that about our community. I want for people to win. I want for people to get to the bag. Ladder climb. Talk about their experience. Damien from the country, our big brother. Thanks for the $5 super chat. I never thought of iRobot as a sci-fi movie. It scares the hell out of me. It's true. It's true. It's absolutely true. The sci-fi movie. AI, analytics. Coming to reality, though. Coming to reality. Dr. Patrick Dix is in the house. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. HR and recruiters are going to be automated. Those are some of the fields that don't need people, right? Right. I've been talking about that. I've been talking about that, guys. I've been talking about that. They're great roles, human sales, but start making your transition into something that's closer to the revenue. That can't be automated. Tech sales is not going to be automated. It's a people game. Recruiting is a people game. Don't read me wrong. And you're going to have to talk, and we're going to need some recruiters, but certain parts of the recruiting process are being automated. And if you are looking for a job right now, you already see that. You already see that. And it's going to be a major disruption in that space. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, brother Dr. Dix. Good to see you, my man. Aston is in the house. Thank you so much for always supporting us. $20 super chat. You are always supporting us, brother Aston. And you don't have anything to say a lot of the time, so you just drop the money. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for the $10 super or the $20 super chat, my man. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you for rocking with me on this Sunday. It's new. It's new. Okay? It is new. No, I got you, JC. Tech sales. We got you. Book a session with me, JC. Let's talk about what side you want to be on. You want to be the point guard? You want to be the shooting guard? Shooting guard is sales engineering. You want to say the technical guy? Sales engineering. You want to be the point guard? You want to be the man? You want to have the ball in your hand majority of the time with the upside of making a lot of money? You're a professional. You have 50 years of life experience. You have a lot of wisdom. You know how to talk to people. You have the technical acumen. Are you good at communicating? Are you good at building relationships? If you want to be that point guard with the ball in his hand, progressing the deals, taking accountability for the deals, tech sales, account executive, SDR is a role that you want to, account executive is a role that you want to get into, right? But if you want to be the shooting guard, the support man, fantastic role as well. We know our places. Check out sales engineering. Brother Paul Healy could definitely give you the game in that area. He's in our Patreon. He's in his chat. He can give you the game. He's given so many people in our community the game on sales engineering. He's been doing it for years for the big companies like Amazon and so forth. And he's going to drop his course soon. Okay? Guys, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for rocking with me on this Sunday. I know it's difficult. It's a different day that I live stream. I'm going to get back to the Saturdays next week. I'll do a Saturday stream. We have a bye week. We have a bye week from the coaching of my son basketball. And I'll get back to the Saturday mornings. But today I wanted to come to you guys with this message today. Guys, stay focused. Stay focused. Let's put it back on this. Let's ride, guys. Stay focused. Keep your eye on your goals. Cut all the BS out. None of that stuff should impact your life and how you make decisions. It shouldn't really take up your time and your energy, stopping you from getting to the money. Keep your eye on the road. Yeah, the trees are there. They could be beautiful. Those are the trees that you ultimately want to look at. But there are some trees that are ugly as ugly, right? And those are the trees that cause distractions in life. Those are the trees that cause distractions in life and stop you from getting to ultimately where you want to get to. You need to look at those trees. Stay focused, guys. Stay focused. And until next time, peace out. Take care, guys. Spend the time with your friends and your family. And we'll see you next week. Yeah. We still here. Miss Wade, thank you so much for dropping the links in the chat. And I am starving, Miss Wade. I hope you got a restaurant picked out for us today. My love. Brother Jabron, thank you so much for coming through. Guys, go and check out Brother Jabron on the Crimson Square. Getting it done, crushing it. Allie, good to see you, my dog. Good to actually meet you. Living out there in Denver. Getting ready to get to this sales money to change your life. Brother Tom, I appreciate you for being here. Brother JC, thank you so much for the super chats. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks for being a stand-up guy. Engineering space. Brother Jabron's company, other companies, only squares. We like squares. We only rock with only squares. Go and check out Brother Jabron. Only squares. Check him out. Brother Christian is in the house. Brother Christian, let's send him some love. He is about to interview for SDR, BDR role at his company. Get ready to break into the tech sales space. Crushing it. Absolutely crushing it. Broke into the tech sales space from out of a warehouse about a year ago. Now he's making a good amount of money and wants to make even more. Role model. Check him out. Brother Don Pat's in the house. Dan Powell. There we go. Sorry. Butchered your name, Brother Dan. D. Sharice Moa's in the house. Keep It Techies in the house. Thank you so much for coming through, my man. Brother Scott is in the house. Brother Marvin is in the house. Brother Christian says, you are in rare form today, coach. I'm at it. Brother John is in the house. CJ Moore says, Antoine, I don't want any more competition in the STEM field. Competition is good. That's why we had to keep the skills up, my man. Brother Saul Alex is in the house. Good to see you, my man. Information technology degree. Let's go. Let's get it. JB is in the house. Dollar Will. Those folks end up teachers or professors in that field. Absolutely. I don't know about that now. Dollar Will says only the true gifted in those fields make the money. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Engineering Cannabis is in the house. I'm about to create a course on prompt engineering and NLP models from RNN, CNN, and Transformers and get 375K jobs. Let's go, AI me, engineer candidates, let's go. Get that course out there right away. You can promote it on the Black Heights channel and get your money up. Let's go. We need that. We need more people in this space. US 375, let's go. Brother Chuck. Brother Chuck is in the house. I'm gonna start calling him Uncle Chuck. Uncle Chuck's in the house, man. Uncle Chuck's been married for like 30 plus years, man. He's that guy that I want to sit to. Me and my wife sit down with him and his wife and just learn. Anybody who's a married man getting to the bag, taking care of his family, these are the guys that I love to sit with and conversate with. This is the guy who will spend my weekends with. Like my brother Damien. Talk about life, talking about all the good things that goes on, not the bullshit. We over here talking about how to get to another dollar. They over there talking about somebody stepping on them. Brother Noah's in the house getting that money in the DC area. I gotta catch up with you, brother Noah. We gotta catch up, my man. I know you making that money. Brother Terrence is in the house. Women in Lennox is in the house. Good to see you, my dog. That's Tam. Guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend.